Someone's saying let the Monster Hunter dev team design the next ultimate for 14. That's hilarious.
Right. Oh, yeah, babe, we're gonna be going to the gym.
Alright.
And in my soul, it will.
We'll trade Darty for Ash, and then we still have a small party, light party. And then,
Yeah,
like this is definitely designed for a 4-man raid.
it strongly tells you in the thing is do the SOS players and shit. That's just
Where's hold up, where's Moons at?
PC. Don't yeah. Right. I could always hop on late after the gym as well.
Alright.
Yeah. See you Hello.
では、前に出ます。
I can't believe he showed up right as I was leaving. Hello, guys. How's it going? Okay, let me fix Twitter, which is not updated yet. Did you guys enjoy the song about ancient egg rolls and chicken tenders? Uma. Chat, it's not past Spirit Halloween yet. Moo. Okay, chat, I just got the go live tweet out. Do me the favor, go give it some love. Let me grab you guys today's sauce. Iconoclasm. Ooh. Good choice. Okay, here I got today's art sauce. Also, for those of you guys that want to see what I made over the weekend for food, go check out food posting. I made cowboy spaghetti. It's actually really good. Okay, let's get this one started. You know, it might help if I generated that. There we go. Hello, everybody. Do I have the recipe? I do have the recipe. I did change the recipe, though. So there was a couple of oddities with this one where I didn't pay close enough attention to the recipe in the first place. So I kind of had to do some different stuff. Like, for instance, I bought pre-cooked bacon instead of, like, normal bacon that I would need to cook. So there was not as much bacon fat. I still put it in, but I put it in later in the process. It also calls for like half a can of beer to deglaze the pan. And I did basically half a cup of like red wine. And I actually put a little bit more than half a cup because drunken cat. But it tastes fantastic. It's amazing. Also, for anybody that is curious, let me see if I have a better... Do I have it? Will the face cam one work? Yeah, okay. You guys can probably see it better. Don't mind the background, but if I look tanner to you guys, it's because I am. I have a sunburn right now. Really, like, my face got tan. It's not what's actually burnt. What's actually burnt is like my neck, which is pretty damn bad, and my arms, which are pretty bad. Like, the arms, you can definitely see it, because if I do this, you can see the color shade. So, yeah, that was a thing. I basically had to pressure wash my back porch on Saturday, and so it was actually a really cloudy day, so I wasn't thinking about sunscreen, and I was out there for several hours, and I was like, oh shit, like it ended up cooking me, and I was like, man, I should not have done that. And like later on, I kind of realized it, and I like went inside and got a hat, but like my arms are still nice and lobstery. Just get aloe plant and cut it long ways and stick it on you. I have like a lotion that has aloe in it. I went out and got some when I did the grocery shopping this weekend, but I was like, oh man, dude. Dangerous out there, yeah. But no, it was just a like oversight on my part. So hopefully it's under control by next weekend, but we will have to see. And how long have you lived in Florida? Long enough to know not to do that. And also, like, rare enough for me to go outside for that long that I thought about it. I have definitely in my adult life not like done my due diligence in that regard because I have been far less active since college. So it's like I'm not gonna say I don't ever go out and do things. I do. It's just rare that I'm spending that long of an amount of time outside in the sun. See, this is why we don't touch grass. I mean, technically, I was touching my back patio, but yeah, sure, same deal. You're gonna need a Senzu for that burn. No, it's actually not too bad. I've had worse. I have had a burn where I got like the sun boils and like had like purple skin and everything. So that's the one. Like historically, if I ever get something like melanoma or something, I'll be like, yeah, that was what did it. But it has just been that I should not have that happen more. And my neck, especially, has been bad at times, so I got to do better about it. That's not the right sauce. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not post it for chat? Here you guys go. Here is today's artwork. Go give the artist some love. I started encountering auto-dubbed FGO content on YouTube. Not great. So when you mean auto-dubbed, you mean it's like foreign, but then it has like AI generated like voice lines that's over the top of it? Because that is weird. It's AI dubbing over the video. Yeah. I will say this. For smaller communities, I think that's fine. For bigger communities, I think that's just cancerous. And allow me to explain. I think like when you don't have enough content creators for a like particular IP or game, having the ability to have it in different languages is good. That being said, I feel like subs do the trick in that case, and I feel like AI dubbing will actually not help that and make that worse. So I guess all around, I'm still technically against it. But I'm okay with there being not as much of a language barrier, like I said, when there's just not very many content creators for something. So like, let's say a new game comes out, it's not super popular, it's very niche, and like there's maybe like one or two content creators for the game. In that regard, I'm perfectly fine with it being translated into other languages, and I don't see any issue. However, I don't like the idea of, oh, content creators need to be able to like speak to every language to try to like cut each other off. We actually see that in FGO, and I don't like it. I've never liked it since day one. In the same way that I'm not going to go like meddle with like the Spanish fan base or the Japanese fan base, I would not also like it if they were trying to like meddle with our fan base in that regard. I hate that new YouTube feature. Delete it now, Madge. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I think all of these like social media and like streaming sites are just becoming monoliths. They're predominantly run by AI. They don't understand how much people will have like a revulsion to it. I remember seeing it trying to attempt to dub a song that was playing in an anime's trailer. Oh god. I can only imagine how bad that is. Do I have my runs for the day? There is technically nothing I need to do here on my main account. Oh god. Yeah. That's the first time on my main account I've ever come in here. So, to be fair to me, I have every single one of these welfares. The only reason I would ever come in here is for the coins, and it has not been an imperative issue. So we'll deal with that eventually. But yeah, even in that regard, I think all the missions for it I auto-completed. Oh, what? Oh, they have to be a starting member. Oh, that's so dumb. Okay. Let's see. Do I have an interlude? No, not that interlude. Strengthenings. Yeah, we have the Shiki interludes, which are actually kind of nice. So this would be a good one to use it for. Let's attempt to be dumb and not ever change anything. Although, actually, hold on. Yeah, they would work better for this. Dude, I love the Final Fantasy XIV music. Still, even like years after quitting the game, I still think it is one of the better like video games in terms of its music. It just has a lot of like unique sounds that you don't get elsewhere. You know what? Let's do this. Swap it in. I have plug suit equipped. Let's switch it out just in case I need the extra charge. And I don't have to use their NP, so they just have to be in the front line. We also got the second to SSR skills from an NPC battle in JP. Yes, that I'm aware. So not dubbing Seiyu, dubbing the game characters. I don't think you should dub anything generally. I get why dubbing exists, and I think that's fine to have it. But I think AI dubbing, at that point, there is no point. Right, chat? Allow me. Maybe you like to listen to your Japanese anime with subs instead of dubs. Maybe you prefer to hear it in English. Here's the thing, though. If you're someone that prefers to hear it in English, it's because it's your native language, and you probably would like it just for like a quality aspect. If the quality is not there, I imagine most people would instead revert back to subs rather than like, oh, I know if it can't be in English, we'll get it AI dubbed and then it will be in English. No, I think most people will not go this route. I think most people would say, fuck it, if I can't get it actually dubbed, I would rather go watch it back in sub, because both of these two are quality, AI is not. So I don't think there's any point to AI dubbing. I think AI dubbing is just inherently a bad idea. What's up, Thomas? How's it going? Look no further than Google Translate. I think Google Translate is a better usage and tool than that is. Like, Google Translate's not perfect, but it's at least going to give you a rudimentary understanding, which is generally why people are going to utilize it. It doesn't mean it can't cause misconceptions and things, but like, it's still going to be better than not having any info usually. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to click on the screen. So in that regard, I think it just straight up is like actually still useful in that regard. As opposed to like AI dubbing, I don't think AI dubbing is useful in any way at all. Same as machine translated stuff, it usually sucks ass. It does. I'm not going to argue that, but I'm going to say even machine translated stuff is better than that. Like, AI dubbing just probably does not pass the smell test for like, oh, this is good, right? Like, it's something that I would put that in a comical video. Like it's the equivalent of, if you guys have ever seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist, where it's an actual old kung fu movie that is dubbed over and people green screen themselves into for comedic effect. In that regard, yeah, I could see AI dubbing being used for that, because it would be so awful it would be funny. But actually trying to use it, I don't see any positive that comes out of that. Betty. And then he put on his song about big butts. AI dub has no soul, something that only real voice actors can give a role to bring it to life. Yes, and I do understand how like chat's trying to equate this to like other things, and you're not wrong, right? Like, I'm just saying in terms of like actual reasonable logic that I can apply to the situation, I can understand how like some of those other things have uses. I feel like AI dubbing has zero use. It has zero purpose, it has zero advantage, zero reason to do it. It is just a useless feature. As opposed to the others where it's like there could be some use, even though it has drawbacks. AI dubbing, I'm like, there is no use with drawbacks. New season's trailers and one of this horrendous Ian dub, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I need chat to like compile for me and find like some of the worst English dubs. like AI dubs, right? Not like actual dubs. I'm not gonna sit here and like shit on voice actors just doing their job, but like a robot, absolutely. Nice, Bob. Immediately turned it off. Yeah, I cannot see how it's positive in any way. I think it would actually hurt most videos' performance. Does Kung Pao count as a horrendous dub? No, because it's done on purpose, right? Like it's actually done for the purpose of comedic effect rather than trying to like moonlight as an actual proper like dub of something. Beautiful fan art, thank you. Go thank the artist though. Exclamation point art. That being said, chat, I will be honest. I'm not entirely convinced that today's art and some of the other arts that I've used over the past month are not AI. I have seen a dominant rise in artists that will use AI to generate a piece of art, and then they will trace over it and like fix issues with it. And that is way more common than most people realize. I think that is actually a very common thing. So I'm going to tell you guys right now. AI art came out in, what was it? Was it 2019, I think? Like shortly before COVID. Okay. Before this point, and I just told VIP this earlier, but before this point, the amount of artists that could produce one art in one day. So one art piece every day. And we're talking like a fully done art piece. Something that's actually lined and colored and all of that stuff. The amount of artists that could do an art piece a day and just keep pumping and keep that algorithm going, chat, you could probably count that on one hand. Okay? There were very few artists that could do it. Of the artists that could do it, we're talking people that had hundreds of thousands of followers. They were pumping shit out for like Patreon. And that was usually why they were going so fast. Okay? Not for like Twitter algorithm. They were doing it for Patreon, usually. Now, post 2019, the number of artists that can do this, I'd wager it's like 10,000. That's not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence, chat. It's not like suddenly a group of like super talented artists learn how to pump out an art piece every single day. No, they're getting AI assistance. That's why. And there is at least like one artist that I know of that I could probably call them out, but I won't. They're a very prominent artist for various things. I watched this artist struggle, and if you figure it out, it is what it is, but I'm not going to say their name. I watched this artist struggle to do a sketch. Like in a decent amount of time. That artist then went to and would complain. They were like, I'm never going to color art pieces unless it's like a commission because it's just not worth the time. So they would barely be able to like pump out a sketch like once a week. They went to being able to produce a sketch every single day. And despite no showcase of any sort of practice or anything, it went to full colored every single day. And then I watched them produce a piece for Marvel Rivals. Not like official, just like fan art, right? And in that piece, you could see blatant AI. Like, one of the characters was holding a can. That can was a fairly prominent thing. We're saying, like, if the stream is our canvas, right? The can is like this big. You can absolutely read the writing on the can. But you couldn't. It was gibberish because it was AI, including the symbol that was AI. How did that happen? They claim, and still claim to this day, that they do not use AI and that that's not AI. Sure. I'll tell you how that happens. That is an artist that is generating an AI image. They trace over it to add their own line work to it. They fix any issues they see with it by coloring over and stuff like that. So this is the sixth finger problem. This is other stuff, right? And then they release it. And it's a lot less work than having to fully line, fully color, fully shade a piece. Okay? So how did that happen? When you operate this way, you're not doing your due diligence like you normally do with a normal art piece. You're not individually drawing every part. So because you don't draw every part, you look for errors, but you don't actually know what part is what because you didn't draw it in the first place. So you miss it. You just miss certain things. And I've seen that happen to people, and I've been like, yep. They're in such a rush to finish the piece, they never pay any attention to it, and they don't spot the obvious AI generation problem in the piece. And it's really funny when I see that. So it's like, I've noticed a growing trend of that. I'm not going to accuse every artist of this or something like that, but it has become so common, chat. I would wager of any popularly trending artist on Twitter, probably half of them are using AI assistants. It's that bad. It's gotten to be that point. Okay? So I'm at the point where I'm not sure how much I care anymore. I am somebody that is a firm proponent in believing in the artistic process and thinking that artists should absolutely do things the legitimate way. But I'm also at the standpoint of just being like, you know what? I'm also watching is like, I see artists regularly bitch about having to draw Fate stuff. They're like, oh, I don't want to draw Fate anymore. Oh, I've been drawing it for years. Oh. And they're like bitching and moaning and whining because they got their entire following off of just doing the one thing. What it is it's usually the person is upset because they see the greener fields elsewhere. They want to go to it, but they're upset because they know people won't support them if they do. And how do I know this? Hi, content creator. I have also bitched about this. That's how I know where it's coming from. I get it, right? I understand. But to me, usually what that tells me is that, like, it's one thing if they bitch about it and they stay, they probably still do like Fate. But if they bitch about it and then they just leave, they never cared about Fate. Similarly, if they just, do it, move on, and never really come back to Fate, they also didn't care about Fate. They're just clout chasing. That's usually what I see with that crowd. So it's like, to a degree, I can get upset over AI artists. I can say that what they're doing is bad. And I say AI artists implying that AI people are actually artists. They're usually not. But there's also a point where I just have to go, you know what? artists aren't drawing my favorite characters, but that AI dude is generating 200 pictures of my favorite character. Who do you think I'm loyal to in the end? It is what it is. I think we have reached a point where the algorithm has shaped a lot of how people behave, and it's not good. It's negative. It's bad. It's causing artists to focus only on algorithmic performance and not the actual artistry of their craft. And because of that, you see very few artists that actually stick to their guns anymore. Artists that actually are like, hey, I just like Fate and draw Fate because I like it. Rather than, I'm just here for the follows. I'm just here for the attention. And I've seen that so many times that, like, I don't give a shit about those people anymore. Like, I'll like an artist as long as they're, like, drawing Fate stuff. But the second I see them move on to, like, the next gacha game or, like, some other, like, really popular IP, and they start, like, doing all sorts of things for attention, I don't care anymore. It's just how it is for me. Because I've realized that these people don't care about the IP themselves. Most artists I know have issues with comms and trying to do trends to stay in the algorithm. Yeah, I would agree with that. However, I'd also say, so chat, let me be real with you guys here. I've commissioned a ton of art. You guys know that. I think we're reaching a point where about half the art pieces I've commissioned, I truly cherish. I love the artists that draw them. The other half, I don't use them very often because I feel like the artist does not actually care. And I was just a job. I was just money they basically took for granted. They were not a pleasure to work with. They had major issues, and it was like pulling teeth to get them to do anything. That's not having issues with comms. That's just bad customer service. That's just being an asshole. And I've kind of learned over time, it's like, that's why I'll keep going back to the same artists over and over again. So, like, for instance, if you guys have seen me do multiple pieces with, like, Kaido or Shiki, it's because I love them. They're fantastic, and they're a pleasure to work with, usually. As opposed to, like, some other artists, I might work with them one time, and then I will never work with them ever again because it was such an atrocious experience in doing so. And like I said, I'm not going to name names in that regard, but there's other artists too where I've only like calmed them one time and I just haven't gotten to calm them again, or I was only calming them basically for a specific look on a specific piece. And that is what it is. But I have unfortunately, and I say 50%, it's probably not 50%, it's probably more like 25. But that is a very sizable number, especially considering I usually do my due diligence on artists. I do not just calm someone willy-nilly. I usually follow them for a while. I usually see how they conduct themselves. And I'm still striking out that much. That's not a good thing. That's really, really bad. So I understand why AI art has become prevalent. And it is here to stay. It's never going to go anywhere because these artists don't understand what they're doing both to themselves and to their clientele. They do not understand that chasing fake internet points does fuck all for them. And I watch artists do this over and over and over again. There is an artist right now that I know of that is absolutely going hard in the paint on Twitter. They're doing everything they possibly can to grow on Twitter. Why? I don't know. I don't know what they get out of it. I guess false sense of superiority. It's one thing if you start turning it into a money-making venture. It's another thing when you are so singularly focused and one-track minded that you never make any money off of it. It's like you can have the biggest following in the world, but if you don't make shit off of it, what the fuck was the point? And I'm not going to say it's like all about the money in that regard, but I mean, unless they have a day job, you got to make money somehow, right? 1 in 4 is a rough statistic. It really is. Cheeky's the GOAT. Really is. But that's... I've had that issue. And so it's like, I feel like in a weird way, I don't necessarily want to support AI artists, but I'm not going to look the gift horse in the mouth that is an artist is actually, sorry, not an artist, but like somebody is actually taking the time to generate like art for Fate. And that's something that a lot of other artists aren't doing. And they've given up in pursuit of just chasing the next like cash cow in their eyes. And I'm like, you know what? I'm at the point where it's like, I don't really care as long as the person's around, as long as they're interested in the IP. Why should I fault them for how they do things? So it's like we have plenty of people that, and I'll be honest, even within the remaining artists for like the Fate fandom, there are plenty of artists I know that are using AI assistants. I can prove it. People would not like it, but I could prove it. But there's no point. Like, why would I? At least they are doing stuff for Fate, is basically how I look at it. My friend says honesty wins people over. Yeah. AI is also easy to turn out at acceptable quality. It's almost like the printing press versus writing by hand. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and claim that, like, AI is, like, better than an actual, like, hand-drawn piece. I don't think it is. But, like I said, I watched some super talented artists. It's like, I guess the way that I would put it is, like, when you see people just constantly going for, like, the next thing, it becomes so transparent and so obvious to you that that's why it's happening. And that these people don't actually care about anything that they're drawing. And at that point, I'm like, oh, you're doing it, you know, just for the follows and not because you actually care. I'm sorry, at that point, you're not any different than the AI artist. Let's be real, right? Like, what separates an actual artist from an AI person? The actual artist is trying and putting forth the effort, trying to hone their craft, and usually it's about the artistic value of the piece. If you don't care, all of that's out the window. So you are the same as a dude just sitting there pressing the generate image button 200 times. And that is a little bit what gave rise to AI art. Okay, so we're good on all of that. I still technically got weekly stuff to do, but I think for now we will generate blue apples. And let's go over to JP. Does AI create new stuff? No, absolutely not. I mean, like, you can mishmash stuff together, and you can claim that the mishmash is a new thing, but at the end of the day, no. But at the same time, I think we just see this prevalent in everything that we do. Theft is common, especially theft of ideas. I have been on the bad side of that as a content creator. I have seen artists it happen to. I have seen movies, video games, you name it. Like, everybody gets stolen from nowadays. It sucks. It's stupid. It shouldn't be a thing, but it is. We're getting into the difference between an art and a drawing. Art has intrinsic value, both to the person that created it and the person that actually is like consuming it, right? When we say consuming, we mean like taking it in, not like they're actually ripping the art piece off the wall and eating it. But I think when you look at least like something like AI art, I don't think there's any intrinsic value to the person creating it. It's just a means to an end for them. But how is that different than at that point from the person that is just spamming out, you know, simple background portrait anime waifu images purely for algorithmic performance? It's not. if you're doing the same damn thing over and over again with little to no creativity, you're just as bad. That's I guess the point that I'm trying to make. People will go something something new, some fresh, something different. Sure. Unless you're Nintendo, steal from them. I mean, I think you could argue that some people deserve to be stolen from a little bit, but it's the old Robin Hood meme, right? Something I like about AI is that it's less the generation of images and art for not so popular franchises. Right. And that's exactly what I was just kind of talking about is like Fate used to have the lion's share of like anime artists drawing for it. And it definitely has a lot less now. I'm not going to say it's like dead or defunct or anything like that, but it definitely has less than it did. Okay, so that was actually the 90 node. Let's back out so I can do the 90 plus with you guys. Or sorry, plus plus. That was the 90 plus. Whoa, motivation. And it's like I said, I'm not going to support an AI artist that's trying to like make money off of it because fuck you, anyone can do that. But at the same time, I'm not going to like feel like supporting the artist that's just spamming shit for Twitter. I feel like that is also an equal and bad problem. To get me through this, damage I'm kind of alive. So I've heard this is a 122 node. It is Riders. Goodbye. You go for something neutral. What do I have in the way of AoE assassins? I don't feel like any of these is going to be particularly strong on my JP account. Goodbye. Okay, so Reika's not damage bonus. Big sad. And I don't have MLB of this yet. Another news is cool to have Shiki now. Should I 10-10-10? You definitely can. I would argue that the one you technically don't need to is her middle skill, the evasion. But if you feel like you're going to use her and that she's going to be really prominent for you, I don't think that's the worst idea in the world. Did I... Chad, am I missing a copy of the... I think I'm missing a copy. I think it must be in the missions. It may not be available to me yet. Go to all. Some of these you can't see what it is, so... Oh, I got lucky and got a drop for MLB. Do we only get the 4? Am I not correct on that? What's up, William? Oh god, why is that so loud? I wish I knew what type of enemies this was. If they're man attribute, Morgan Le Fay probably works. Small Nobus, a Spriggan, and Cats. Small Nobus should, well, we'll find it out. How was your weekend? Aside from the sunburn that I now have, I'm all right. Weekend was good. It was productive. Oh, did you say small Nobus? You meant one singular small Nobu. Bonk. Bonk. Okay, that's a little bit more health. Ew. We're gonna have to trust that the NP2 is enough. I don't think it will be, but Spriggan should be Earth. If it's Sky, I'm just hard screwed there. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. This is not good. This is what happens when you don't use damage C or damage bonus unit in one of these nodes, and you just don't have, like, the appropriate counter. I'm not gonna rotate her in yet. We're gonna take advantage of the free carding here. Because this should get Raiko back pretty damn close to a Noble Phantasm. And we've at least crit damage downed him twice. Not bad. Okay, so the problem here is getting Mucha Lucha'd. Oh my god, 900k. Friggin' is Faye too. Yeah, I gotta think of like somebody that's gonna work well for this. I guess Morgan. Which Saberface that isn't considered a child servant is the worst to have sex with? No. No. Uh Sorry, I'm thinking here about order of operations and how I want to proceed. Problem is if she just goes ape shit on Mama. Okay. We bought her really? We bought ourselves a little bit more time. Kind of need that arts card. I'm gonna need any help I can get. I need 20% if I can help it, and I'm not going to get it here, so it's going to be another turn. And now Ketz has 3 actions per turn, which is actually dumb of me. I probably should have sat on that. Wow, I'm surprised. What do I have in the back line? I think this is command seals. I don't think I get through this. I think Ketch just combos me. She just wombos me to death. I don't have a play left. I just have to commit it and go. Is this a single target node? Not per se. But I knew the makeup of the node. I did not know what was in the node prior to going in. Okay, we got closer than I thought. I might be able to solo my way down depending on who she murders here. Okay. And we'll get a drain off of this. This will do the lion's share of the damage, I think. If not kill. Yeah, it's just going to kill. Sweet. Thank God. I did not think that one was going my way. Because she was probably one turn away from killing off the other, like killing off Oberon and the other, Koyanskaya. So it would have been like down to a single Koyanskaya and an unleveled up, Crane. Well, actually, I think the Crane is leveled, but I don't think she's skilled. And then Mash, but you know. I have Grave of Damage up. That would not work for 3-turn purposes. Like, still useful, right? Like, but Gray is unfortunately a 60% unit. How do I want to do this? So, what is Ket's? Hold on, chat. Okay. Kenshin Lily hits her hard. What? Kets is pretty nasty to be in a farming node. Yeah, so she is Sky, so that's just a bad matchup there. She's divine. We don't really have an anti-divine. Well, Tiamat just destroys them. That's true. My JP doesn't have Tiamat. So, trying to figure out a way through the node. Especially as I don't have MLB of the damage CE. Arjuna will not work. I also don't have Arjuna on my JP. Nobu? Yeah, I was thinking of Mama Nobu. But that's the Spriggan. Spriggan Sky. Spriggan is Earth. Oh, right, but that only applies to servants, and if Spriggan isn't servants, that's why it didn't. That's why Mama Raiko didn't get the advantage there. See a lot more people talking about Cardi the first wave since only 71k. Yeah, that's absolutely doable. See that would do some stuff. Cat's the sky, not man. Hmm. Tez. How good is my Tez? Only NP1 on this server. I think I have NP2 on NA. This will not be a 3-turn, patently. What the fuck happened? Did I like slide off of that? Wait. So I don't have MLB damage. See. Oh, never mind. Bob's just distracting Avalon. Okay. So none of that applies to me. Let's do one of these. Pop one of these. Pop one of these. Pop one of these. Yeah, this may not have been the right play either. Yeah, I don't have MLB damage, so that does not help me. Which is kind of wild, because it feels like a lot of chat does have MLB of the damage. At least people that are doing this node. Okay, so thank you for the resub, bud. Thank you for the 20 months. How's it going? There's no good way to do this. Let's hope he has enough damage. He probably doesn't. Because if people grinded more, got a lucky drop. That's fine, but it does not help people who didn't. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, that's so close. And that is replicable, too. Damn it. If I had even one Tez card there, that worked. Buster is not inherently easier. Yeah, whatever. Just send it. Cat, you've ignored me this entire time? No, I've seen what you're saying. Your seal should be strong enough? Maybe. I've mostly ignored Bob because Bob is not talking to me. hence the reason why I've ignored Bob. Chad is more focused on getting themselves through this node. I am more focused on getting myself through this node. Oh, I was? You just ignored me, so I gave up? I never saw what you said. I've only seen you talking to Avalon about your Ishtar comp. Do that. I've proven my point. Fair enough. I mean, you could be pedantic and sit here and like pitch a little hissy fit about it, or you could just tell me. Like, as far as I'm concerned, you're being childish about it. Because I started off talking about Ket's being man specifically for this node. Oh, yes. Yes. If that's the case, that would help. And you were like, nah, she's Sky. Yes, because she is. Ket's is Sky attribute. You didn't say specifically for this node when you first said it. So you probably added that after the fact. And then I didn't see that. He did? He did not. The line specifically that I read, he did not. We don't really have enough yet, so let's hold off. I'm witnessing a domestic? No, I mean, I'm about ready to time out all the people arguing with me here because I feel like I have guns pointed at my head for no fucking reason other than I didn't pay 100% attention to everything chat was saying. And I'm sorry, deal with it, chat. Welcome to me streaming and having multiple people talking at me at a time and also trying to do a node. Like, don't like it? Go somewhere else, I guess. I don't know. I can't deal with people having pissy attitudes for no fucking reason. Like, I don't even know why this is an argument right now. This is a dictatorship, not a democracy. It really is. Send it again. See if the crit will do it. Can you click on KetsCAD? Not anymore. This node just doesn't look that fun. Oh, I'm just trying to figure it out. I was asking for suggestions. Chat was talking amongst themselves for the most part of that. Then everyone starts gaslighting me and saying, you never paid attention to what I was saying. So, hence exactly why I'm feeling frustrated with chat at this point. It's like, it's no win, and I'm just having everything held against me. Alba, thank you for the 62. Love and piss. Appreciate it, man. How can you be gaslit if gaslighting doesn't exist? You just made that up. I don't really have the currency to spend on that yet. Oh, there you go. We also have gems. Speaking of gaslit origins, it's pretty dark. You mean like the origin of lighting like lamps with gas, or do you mean like the concept of gaslighting someone? No Zerctoria on this count? I have Zerctoria. Like, I guess I could just try to single target and like card out other enemies and stuff, but I don't feel like that's really worth. So chat, is it actually man? It's human. What? Huh? No, I'm asking, is Ket's actually man? Oh my god, chat. Ket's is human, not man attribute. Human's not an attribute. Man is an attribute. Human is a trait. You're saying she has the human trait specifically for this node, which normally only applies to fodder enemies? Because that's really weird. Are you sure you're not like reading that wrong on the site? It's correct. That's really odd. No, chat. You guys got to catch up. The idea is that while Ket's is normally Sky attribute, I was told she was man. Now I'm being told she's not man. She's got human trait, which is also like basically Kayan buffs both human. Human trait and damage against the man attribute. She does both. So this guy got the added human trait. Okay. Yeah, it's really weird. He actually has it. Now, I still don't know if this will work, but Morgan is going to be my best shot. I only have NP1 of her. But I should be able to get away with that. Morgan doesn't hit man trait or man attribute. She hits human trait. No, she does, but I just don't have anybody that's going to be effective. Chat. That is the problem. And this one, I can actually utilize a non-MLB damage sheet because it's not a 30% charger. So if that explains my reasoning, now you can see that still didn't do jack shit. Like this is not a good comp. I can't get away with this. Because I just don't have the damage to overpower the Spriggan there. Well, that is a big fucking oof. Crit comp might work. Like somebody in chat also alleged seal. This node is specifically tailored in a way that if you don't have certain units, it's going to be really rough. And to be fair, that's like all of 90 plus. So this is just the time that I don't have good units for it. Like, I'm still gonna win, but this is just ugh. Does Zerctoria double Tez Castoria work? Huh? Sorry, Zerctoria Tez double Castoria. I don't think my Tez is strong enough to get through the Spriggan. The Spriggan's like low key here, actually kind of ass. Bazette with the damage she might be able to do some work. Did so for piano recital in college. Nice. I love me some Final Fantasy X music. Double Castoria, Zerctoria, and Morgan? Wouldn't do much. Unfortunately. I want one more crack at this node, chat. Yes, but card RNG is going to be a thing. So chat's claiming, like, for instance, that I can, like, use my seal. I don't know that my seal can. Do you have a summer BB? Yes. Their NP2 seal with non-MLB worked. Did they card the first wave? Yes. Like, did you just straight up card it before applying buffs, or did you card lock in? I assume you card locked in. It's gonna be a fun note in 2 years. In 2 years, I'll do it easy. There's certain AoE capabilities that like my JP account does not have because it usually doesn't need them, but it can crop up at times like this. No. Oh my god, dude. Really? Really? How did I fucking tap the other Koyan there? No, I'm fine. It didn't expend it. At least it shouldn't have. It depends technically on where the freeze state of the of me zooming out there was. Yeah, there you go. I don't think I need to worry about the heal too much. I'm more or less like... Okay, yeah, I do have a maxed out 5th append on her. That's what I'm trying to do, lol. Would have pre-carded there? No. I mean, like, yes, but no. Chat's probably thinking of pre-carding the Spriggan, but the actual correct play is to pre-card the other enemy at that point. That way you get the harder hitting third card. But god, that did way less damage than I thought it was. Yeah, that's theoretically possible as well. So if this doesn't work, I will. Let's see if we can do it this way. So I think this is a little bit more sustainable, and then the only RNG you have is on the first enemy, but it's still... This node's just kind of ass. Highlights just how annoying Spriggans are. I mean... Wow, really? Holy cow, dude. That is no bueno. Even an NP3 doesn't do the trick here. Combo started? Wait, what is the combo? Oh, is that the like TikTok like thing where you guys can react to the stream? Thank you to whoever did it. Herb. Sorry, I've not seen that before. I was about to ask what that sound was. I didn't know either. It's like I just had to look down at chat and be like, huh? Okay, let's see if this works, because holy shit. Peak art. You're welcome. Go give the artist some love. Did I need to take Merlin in here, chat? Is that what the issue is? Like, what the hell is going on? Bro, that sprint is like guts. It actually feels like my damage here is straight ass against him. What is Seal? Is she star? She's man. The Spriggan's Earth, so that's why. Yeah, this is just oof, dude. We gotta at least get through the wave. And I also haven't doubled up on any of her skills right now, so she's not doing her most. Use their batteries here and give yourself a skill 1 and skill 2. That's what I was about to do, but like... Oh my god! How is it doing less damage? Like, I know how it's damage variance, but it's like, good god, dude. This actual Spriggan is just like... He's just giga chatting on us right now. Like, holy crap. It's actually getting worse. How is it actually getting worse? I'm getting like actually progressive worse RNG each time. No, don't get me wrong. I understand about the heal, but I'm just like, good God, dude. The Spriggan gets stronger each attempt. It do be feeling that way. It's like, I just want this node done, so, or at least this wave done, so I can get to cats to see how much damage we can do. And the Spriggan's like, bet. Like, fuck, dude. I regret this. I don't see it killing. I don't see it killing. We'll probably have to scuff one more time. And I'm just gonna have to sell out to get Kets as far down as I can. Okay, that did more than I thought. All right. God damn, dude. Like, that works, but holy fuck, how many times did we save scum there? Just to get the right, proper, like, shit? I don't like that. Fuck this node. That node feels like it was as bad as humanly possible. And the Spriggan was stronger than the boss? I mean, pretty much at that point. All right, chat. I gotta do new player account real fast. Done the daily story? Yes, technically. Damn, that Spriggan was stubborn. It really was. Like, I'm just debating if I want to do it that way or just step down to the 90 plus, which is like far easier and is just berserkers, so like everything works against it. Right. I forgot I was doing Nido Chris interlude here on the side. Okay, chat. So now we get to talk about the sort of Evocation Festival and the new units that we have here. So could step down to get an MLB maybe. I mean, assuming it drops, right? Is there really no fifth copy at all, like anywhere in the missions or anything? Okay, so let's talk about Evocation Festival 5. Shiki is obviously going to be one of the big ones for a lot of people, and it's no doubt as to why. Shiki, when she first came out, was regarded as a very good single target assassin. That has stayed throughout all 10 years of FGO's existence. Shiki's original design is still just one of the better designs that they've ever really done for a single target assassin. On top of the fact that she is a welfare, so you're guaranteed the 5 copies of her, even though she's only a 4-star. That has made her super competitive. And the only points at which she's actually been outpaced were, ironically enough, like right here before the Recollection, where she didn't have her like upgrades and stuff like that. And they still kind of come back in and give her yet another upgrade to kind of help her keep pace, because some of the single target assassins end up taking off with NP interludes. And that's kind of already happened to a degree on NA, but Shiki is still going to be doing very, very solid work for you. She's not necessarily going to be looping or anything like that, but she is a unit that if you get her cards kind of in order and you do have crit stars with her, she can just kind of like generate all the way back to another NP. And in that regard, it is a very, very versatile and usable unit. She has death memes, but she manages to at least, like, even though that's not going to be a big part of her kit, she at least manages to spin the death meme skill that she has into also being an invuln pierce skill, allowing her to still be very, very useful as a single target assassin. Plus, she has 30% charge. Now you also can get her coins, which means you can turn that 30% into a starting charge of 20% more and basically make it a 50% one-off charge skill if you so choose. This makes her very, very good as a single target assassin. And that is going to be somewhat of a rarity in a class that both simultaneously doesn't have a lot of charge options for single targets and also doesn't necessarily always have the firepower. So Shiki just has that unique blend. She's not going to outdamage some of your highest damage assassins. You're not going to care because she's arts and she will have the potential to kind of do it multiple times. So in that regard, a lot of people do really, really like Shiki. Then you have the Mecha Ellies, and there are actually two of them. Originally, when they came out in their event, you could only choose one of these. This one is one that a lot of veteran players are going to sleep on. A lot of veteran players are going to sit there and they're going to tell you, like, oh, don't pick the Mecha Ellies. You have stronger, alter egos that are out there. No, you don't. Not that you can get. Not easily. These are free. And there are two of them. And because there are two of them, and because they are Mark 1 and Mark 2, therefore being different types, you can take them simultaneously into a node. And you might be thinking, well, that's just a gimmick, CAD. That's not a big deal. I'll tell you where it will matter. It will matter when you get to LB7 and deal with the Ort raids there. That's where it's going to be a bigger deal. Having alter egos that actually counter a foreigner is a good thing. And you don't just get one, you get two of them. So it'll be very useful to you to have a single target alter ego and not just one but two. In that regard, the biggest issue you're going to have with the Mecha Ellies, they do not have a whole lot of survivability, but they do have self-charge, and they do basically deal decent damage. If you do have the Evocation Festival leaves to spare, you can absolutely kind of like get them up and running. You might even be able to get one of their appends online, like their 20% starting charge mana loading append, which when combined with their other 20% charge skill will at least allow them to start from like a 60% starting point. Or you maybe combine them with other external sources of charge like supports, and the Mecha Ellies are going to do a whole lot of work for you. So in that regard, I think due to the fact that the Mecha Ellies are just kind of inherently strong, they're not going to be the strongest thing you get. They're not even the strongest alter ego, not even close. But the fact that they at least have decent damage, they are buster synergistic, they have charge. Yeah, the survivability is a concern with them. You're not going to care too much as long as you can take care of them and get them to just kind of wallop the thing that they're targeting. And in that regard, they can do that really, really well. Don't sleep on the Mecha Ellies. They are also very, very good additions. But that's not all that's here. And you guys can see we had Irisfield on the last one, but Gray here is going to be our last one for this one. It's no stretch to say that Gray might still be one of the best AoE assassins in the game. She is still relevant on JP. She has had upgrades that allow her to just deal a good chunk of damage. With a maxed out mana loading, she can also be a 3-turning unit starting from a 60% starting charge CE. If you don't have that, you're looking at something like a K-scope or something. But at the end of the day, I think Gray is just a very, very solid unit due to the damage upgrades that she's gotten. With the Korean Sky systems coming into the games, you can now double those skills up, particularly with the 5th append that will come around later, allowing her to double up another one of her steroids. So in that regard, Gray still hasn't peaked. She will actually get slightly stronger if you invest in her even more in the future. But Gray has managed to outpace most other AoE assassins. The only ones that are really going to outpace her are basically higher NP levels of the 5 stars. And in that regard, Gray is just going to be solid and consistent due to the fact that she's Buster. So if you do have a Koyan Skya setup that can properly support her, you will love Gray. Gray will do a ton of damage for you as an AoE assassin, which is not something we can say about a lot of AoE assassins, unfortunately. So in that regard, I do think she's just a very, very solid unit. She does have a little bit of survivability in her kit, so I do think she is a solid pickup here. And you might be wondering, well, Cad, then you just suggested all 4 welfares from this Evocation Festival. You're right, I did. Honestly, it's going to come down to what you need more on your account. I would tell you, if you're somebody that's already through, like, say, LB7, you're probably looking at Gray being the most useful thing here. If you're somebody that has not beaten LB7, then those single targets are worth their weight in gold for boss killing capability. Still, all 4 of these units are solid. You do want to get them eventually, but prioritize what your account needs first. Especially if you're somebody like, for instance, my new player account here, that is lighter on the evocation leaves at the moment. So in that regard, yes, all 4 of these welfares are good. That is going to be kind of the trend a little bit here, as we've had with this Pilgrimage Festival and the prior one, where a lot of the units coming out now are highly sought after. We will have still another Evocation Festival probably coming up in November, and there will be more next year as well on top of that. So there are more welfares coming to look forward to. Get all the Evocation Festival leaves that you can, and again, good luck. Okay. There's my video segment, chat. Don't forget to use Evo 5 servants in the front 3 times, chat. Yes. That's why that was the thing for me a little bit. So, Gray would be a really, really solid AoE for me to pick up, but oh my god, do I need a single target assassin. Look at the missions. The one that gives you the 5th event CE copy is mission number 10, which you need to clear 120 Berserker enemies for. So farming the 90 plus node will actually help you get the CE. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. I'll keep doing that then. Yeah, I was going to say, I have 4 of the copies right now. I've bought all the ones out of the shop, but I didn't have that. So that's hilarious if that was the case. But yeah, I think for this new player account, we are going to go first and foremost with Shiki. But I do actually have to double back and get the Mecha Ellies. The Mecha Ellies are going to help me get through Ort. If I don't have them, I'm not getting through LB7 anytime soon. I guess I could, in theory, if I had enough like proper counters. But like I said, you're going to encounter foreigners multiple times in the Ort fight. You really do want somebody that can actually counter a foreigner if possible. Rather than just having to kind of throw bodies at it, hoping you deal enough damage until it dies. All the way at the bottom of it, yeah. Because I've seen every card in a Kill kind of movie. Nice. Have you talked about the new buffs? I have not. God. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you in that regard about FGO. Like, I feel like FGO is trying to make it so you can't take a day off of the game right now. It's like simultaneously there's nothing going on, and then it lulls you into a false sense of security, and it goes, boom! And so it's like, oh, okay, it's dead time. We don't have to do anything. No, guess again. So yeah, it's like, we had the Evocation Festival that happened technically like at midnight this morning. We had the buffs that happened yesterday on JP. We've had the 90 plus and 90 plus plus nodes come out. We had all of the hubbub about Kondo being the second banner unit, and we technically now know all of his kit, even though he's not released. So then he'll release, and then we'll have all of his kit. It's like, dude, I feel like I can't get ahead. It's kind of like insane in that regard. In a weird way, simultaneously, the game is pretty chill right now, but also, like, there's just so much stuff I have to cover. It's a good problem to have, don't get me wrong. But don't fault me either, chat, if we're a little bit behind on the content production because of that. I'll cover the new buffs, I guess, with you guys tomorrow, since I gotta focus on this right now. Oh, actually, hold on. We only bought the one copy. We need to go back and buy the other stuff. Good thing I'm done with the condo stuff. Yeah, you're done with it until they change them. It's like, oh, condo comes out and his kid is slightly different in an annoying way. Don't say that, I know. So it's really tempting for me to get like the Shiki coins because of exactly like I talked about getting the mana loading and stuff for her. I'm not going to because there's no actual advantage for me right now. Oh, chat. Also, because you guys didn't realize this, over the weekend I completed Castoria on this account. She is 10-10-10 now. Technically, I still got to work on her like append, but I don't even have it unlocked yet, so. But that was a lot of grinding. I have barely any, my god, they're all in the mailbox. I have barely any mana prisms. Sorry, well, actually, yes, because I also bought Mona Lisa on this account, which is my first 5,000 mana prism CE, because I finally had 5,000 mana prism, so I was like, aha, I'm gonna go get that because that'll help me, which I needed because I was low on QP because I had finished Castoria, because I had to do a ton of grinding and still ended up using a good chunk of my pure prisms on top of that, which is what I was originally trying to say. Sorry, I know that was a lot. That was one connected stream of consciousness after another, just going and going and going. So it's like, it's going to seem to chat like I did nothing, and that I haven't covered anything. And it's like, no, I was actually like behind the scenes really working on this stuff. I probably spent like 5 hours grinding this weekend just for Castoria. I was watching movies while it was happening, but I did actually put in some work. Okay, let's pull out foes. How many apples did it cost? That I didn't pay too close attention to. It definitely cost quite a bit, but I'm good-ish. Oh, god damn it. See, this is the problem on this account. Account cleanup on an early account's kind of nasty, because anybody could potentially end up being an additional, like, NP copy. And you guys could see just how much QP I have left. Not a whole lot. Hence the reason for buying Mona Lisa. QP hell? That is what it is. I'll get the QP back fairly quickly, but part of it's because I just worked so much on skills. And working on skills is what's going to drain your QP the fastest. Looks at my 3-digit QP on an A. Oh no. But this is definitely, while it's not a whole lot of QP, this is definitely not helping. Is I still don't have all of my like 3 stars and lower at MP5, and that's not really my fault. It's just the game has chosen and seen fit not to give it to me. Oh wow. Wow. What? When did we get 4 more copies of Ushi? That must have been when I actually rolled for like Castoria or something. The speech tick of the bomb Nobu is Bama. Yep. Which at least I'm getting additional copies of the 3 stars. That's 3 stars if you don't get lucky with the 4 stars and welfares and stuff like that. And even the 5 stars, right, to an extent. But it's like 3 stars are what's kind of supposed to carry your account. So if you're not even getting copies of the 3 stars, it's kind of rough. In that regard, this account's been very lucky, obviously, at the like 5-star end, but it has not been very lucky at the low star end. Like, for instance, I still don't have a maxed out Paris. Like, huh? It's a 2-star. Do you know how common those are? Like, I should have basically NP5 of every 2-star. There you go. I'm just now finishing Leonidas. Remember, it took me like 6 months or so to get Saber Jills plus Geronimo back to NP5? When I accidentally burned them. Oh no. Yeah, usually the one that always gives me trouble is OG Coup, and I don't know why. I can never, like, get the copies of OG Coup that I want to get. I will always get more Proto Coup than OG Coup. And I don't know if that's, like, by design or something. He knows his value, so he holds out for more FP, I guess. Godofus. You didn't use your fishing rod catalyst? Yeah. One of the big moments I feel like in progression for a new account is like when you actually do finally get like all the 3 stars and lowers leveled up. You don't necessarily have to like have them all skilled and stuff. But once you get them leveled up, that means your only like real drain on like statues at that point is new roles. It's not going to be like the existing roster. That means you've kind of like, you've farmed out to an extent where you're okay at that point. But it definitely takes a bit. And you need quite a bit of resources to get to it. The good news is, now that I'm starting to get some of the 3 stars to NP5 a little bit more, that will mean more mana prisms. The more you have your 3 stars online, the more you're just going to be able to burn additional copies of them, and the more like actual like mana prisms you'll get from that. So you'll start becoming more efficient with MP. And that's why I said like mana prisms are kind of like a fucky resource. I don't feel like the devs handle it properly, because that feels almost backwards of the way it should be. It feels like you should actually be getting a ton of mana prisms when you first start out your account, but you're not really awarded a whole lot for your efforts. And that's why I think it's so hard for like players to actually just even get their stuff online. Class score statues. Oh, I mean, like, a new account's not even really going to worry too much about class score. They don't have the capability to do much with it. Plus, they don't have access to Bleached Earth nodes, so they can't even get the Stardust. Now, let's say you're a sort of fresh account, but you've gotten access to the Bleached Earth nodes. You're still probably not going to prioritize it, because doing anything with class score is kind of less efficient than, like, working on your actual units that need it. Oh my god, it is never ending. Maybe at one point they'll refund some Mana Prism shop seas. I don't even know that they necessarily need to refund it so much as they just need to make Mana Prisms a little bit more, like, consistently acquirable. Like, I think, like, your dailies need to award you with, like, almost like 100 Mana Prisms instead of, like, 50. It's like they actually need to just like double up one of the sources so that it is consistently there, so that you don't have to worry about like stockpiling over time. Because that to me is where the deficiency is. It's like, I mean, you can get enough mana prisms to like buy stuff out of the monthly shop, but can you buy everything you want? No. Can you catch up on the Cs that you're missing? No. Like, that's the problem that you have. So you have to get creative with how you gain mana prisms, and usually the only way out of that is farming and lottos. That's the only way to actually like get more in bulk. Okay, are we good? Is that finally all of them? Thank God. I think that's all of them, chat. Either that or lower the MP cost across the board. Yeah, that wouldn't be awful. I don't think anyone would complain about it too much either, except for maybe like somebody that just purchased something. But like for instance, am I gonna complain if they suddenly lower the lower the cost of like Mana Prism Shop Seas from like, I don't know, 5,000 to like 2,000 or 1,000? No, I don't care. I mean, I'm sitting on so many Mana Prisms, it's not a problem, right? But there could definitely be people that would be upset because they had spent a whole lot. So if they wanted to like do a refund, I don't think that'd be the worst idea in the world. Wait, did I gain a rare prism from that? Huh? Time to go back in the VOD? Yeah, okay. I think I already had 7. I don't think I burned anyone there, but like I just don't remember having 7. That's why I'm like, huh? Tell my wife who's still alive, so that's good. I'm usually like anal retentive about locking units, so that's why I don't think I actually did burn anyone. For now, yeah. Well, at least now you guys can go back in the VOD. That's not something we used to be able to do, right? So it is what it is. Yeah, you had 7 before? Thank God. So like I said, it's like, I don't think I did, but gives me a little bit of a panic there. Oh, wait. NA doesn't have the feature. Oh, no. I'm still used to thinking about leveling units up on the JP side of things where we have like the quality of life, but NA doesn't have it yet, so we don't have the automatic refund. Really niche or something. I mean, I would love it. I feel like procedural quality of life stuff like that really just doesn't need to be a thing. Where like they hold it out and I'm like, I don't know how much that actually matters. Doge Cam? Wait, what about Doge Cam? I don't I don't know what's going on with those cam. Chat, you get a rare Sasha. That is Sasha sleeping at the front of the cage. That is not normal. Usually that is Nico that you guys get. Was there anything that needed to be changed, added to the new player guide as of late? Yeah. But yeah, no, there's so much stuff that needs to be updated in the new player guide. I need to do it. I need to find the time, but it's rough. That's something that like it's perpetually on the to-do list. Because again, it's like every single time we get a new quality of life, every single time like something changed with the low stars, every single time like a new unit comes out that like replaces something in the hierarchy, technically like everything could be changed. So like I'd almost wager that like with every singular JP update, there is something that I could update in the new player guide. Which is why I basically end up being so slow to update it sometimes. It was updated at some point last year, I think. But yeah. It doesn't mean it's like there shouldn't really be anything that's like wrong in it per se. The age-old wisdom kind of always holds true. We don't have big changes in schools of thought. I think like the only one that may have changed since the last update is the overflow bond situation. The fact that that is now the case means technically we have a change in mentality there. So then how I've written some of the sections may need to be tweaked, but that'd be the only thing. Because that's the only thing I can think of where we've had an actual like overall change in how the player base feels about a system. And that is mostly the devs' fault. The entire reason we were like so pessimistic on bonding units was because the devs had created a situation where, well, once you're bonded out, and now you're inefficient, you're wasting. So it's like that was always a stupid scenario. I called them out for it when they said no bond 20 like years ago. And I was like, what are you doing? Why do you think that's a good idea? That is just going to make players sit there and change their tactics to get around what you're trying to do. Because their entire idea was basically just get people to roll more. Whatever, send it. Yoink. Okay, so now Shiki's leveled all the way up. So that gives us another unit, and she's fully fode and stuff. And you guys can already see, like, I'm getting to the point where I'm at least able to, like, quickly ascend a unit. The problem is skilling. The problem will always be skilling. There is just nothing I can do about that. Let's take a quick look at Shiki. So I actually do have a fair amount of stuff here. I'll level up the stair. Well, what's the base value of that? Is it 20 or 30%? I think it's... Sorry. Is it 10 or 20? I think it's 20, but... It is 20. Let me take a look. What are her skills? It's bones. Ew. Ew. I don't... I better not level this, because I already just don't have QP at the moment, so I probably need to do some, like, treasure vault runs before I work on that too much. So I'll abstain for now. I actually might have the resources to get her up to a rank 10 charge skill, which would be really nice. But, like I said, the QP is probably not worth. Ash redeemed an on-screen celebration. What does that even do? Back to bone mines with you, Cat? No, this cat's pretty good on bones. Like, I don't think it's like swimming in them, right? But like, yeah, 53. That's really close to the amount that I would need. Actually, no, that's over it. I only need 36 to get one of her skills up. So, yeah, like I said, that would be enough to basically max out her charge skill, which would be very valuable. Oh my god, what is that, like, new... Oh, Twitch, what are you doing? Looks like some foul TikTokery. TikTokery. I love that. It's like thoughtery, but instead it's TikTokery. Also, chat, for those of you guys that didn't see, the creator of Parasite Eve got tired of Sony never doing anything with his IP, so he created the spiritual successor called Parasite Mutant, and just basically put the protagonist in as, like, Lartoria. And I was like, nice. Based. I was like, that could have been way worse. Okay, so in order to fulfill some of these and to get ourselves more things, we have to put them in the front line and apparently also to bond them. That won't be hard. Perfect. What I'll probably do is I will probably continue to take... Well... So close. I could probably 3-turn that um with my own ace if I had managed to max out her third skill, but I haven't. What happened to all of my friend support Ibuki berserkers? Because I had a ton of them. Like, there's one, but it's got no starting charge, and I can't use that here. There's another one, no starting charge. What is this? What is this FP pool? Okay, there's one. It's MP1. That should be strong enough. And then we're gonna throw her in. Do you have your room in your friends list? I have an Ibuki Berserker. Yes, but much to chat's annoyance, I have taken the stance, since this is my new player account, of not adding anybody from chat directly. If I randomly come across people, I will add them if I think their account's good. But the reason why I did that is mostly because there are plenty of people in chat that will accept me because they know who I am. And they're like, oh, it's a streamer. It's somebody that's like, he knows the game. He's going to end up having a very well taken care of account. I'm like, no. So, what I'm trying to emulate is people not knowing who I am, people not accepting my account based off of that, and people having to accept my account for what it is. Therefore, it will be similar to how other new players will experience it. So I know that sounds really weird, but it's just me trying not to cheat, in effect. Because I could absolutely do that. I could absolutely be like, hey, chat, add me. And, a bunch of people would. So. You called me out for Lordy Lou, but you have this on your playlist? What, Ultraman? What about it? Tell me, you're literally banging to it. You're head bobbing to it. What do you mean? No. I requested this. Oh, you're right. It's not in the playlist. Let me add it. There you go. Now you're part of the exact same playlist that you denigrated. Got him. Anyways. The real experience. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to emulate. At least, like, chat's already gotten on to me because this account is Luxact, and I'm like, yeah, but a new player can Luxact, so there's nothing wrong inherently with that. Where it will be difficult is like people trying to do the exact same things that I do. If they don't have the exact same units, that's going to be a problem. But let's be honest, that's always going to be a problem. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. People are not going to roll the exact same units as everybody else. Is Kondo a must roll? No. I mean, he's an AoE saber, Chad. Do you need another AoE saber? You tell me. In my case, yes. Then there you go. I have a feeling you have a secret rate up percentage that level up the less you roll on, because on my alt, I had some marvelous roll luck at a time after months of not rolling. I've long held that there may be some sneaky behind the scenes thing where, like, if you play the game less, if you are like less invested in it and you're not like doing it, you have a tendency to get luckier. Because that's been my experience, is I've seen players that like they're the equivalent of like a Facebook whale where they just like they roll for units but they don't actually play that much and they get very lucky. I don't know if that's like the game's way of trying to like entice them into actually playing or what. How many AoE sabers have Okita in their NP though? Prior to or including him? Because if you include him, 2. Yeah, there's one you're probably not thinking of. Hint. It involves Okita. I know that sounds stupid, but that's the best. That's the best I can give you. No, Okitan doesn't count? What do you mean? Okitan is by definition Okita. What do you mean? Now, if you said Rengoku, I would agree with you. But when you say like Okita, I kind of have to include her. That's like saying like Lalter is not Lartorian. It's like she is. She's just edgy version of her, right? Goku ain't Shinsengumi. You're not wrong. Okitan not counting is not very Koshitan-tan of you. Yes. Ikanoko noko noko Koshitan-tan. I saw a thing on Twitter earlier today where it was the deer. Like, you guys know how, like, in Nara, they have deer that are, like, all over the park there. And I guess it's, like, a, like, cafe or something right off the edge of the park. And there's just a deer sitting in the automatic door as it's constantly trying to close on the deer. And people are trying to go in and out. And the deer has, like, it gives no fucks. It is not moving. You cannot make it. That deer is 100% getting paid by the owners in deer wafers? No, probably not even. It's probably just getting paid by the tourists in deer wafers. It probably realizes that if it blocks the door, it gets attention. Like, basically, it doesn't have to do anything. But yeah, I mean, maybe it is just the owner is like sitting there bribing it to come there. That being said, I'm also sure like it's probably just a common occurrence with how many that they have, right? At least make a pity every 50 roll for the SR. 55, would you get what I mean? Well, are you saying every 50 rolls or are you saying every 50 courts? Because, you know. 30 multis is what we have right now. Yeah. I mean, I assume they mean 50 singles at that point. 50 single rolls. Yeah. So you're saying like 150 quartz. A pity every 150 quartz for an SR. Like in a weird way, I don't think that's bad. I think like that's basically 1.5 times the rate, because I usually anticipate an SR every like 100 quartz, but I don't know. I doubt they actually would, because like even if you look at like the SSR rate, right? The SSR rate's about like somewhere around 300ish quartz. It's a little bit higher, but like we basically get pity in like 900, right? So when you look at that, you kind of go like, oh man, like then what would be the appropriate like equivalent for a 4-star? And it's like it'd probably be 300, sadly. So that would not be great, but at least like I don't know, like when you think it's about like 1500ish plus to NP5 and SSR on average, that would be worst case scenario 1500 for NP5 of an SR. So that's not technically god awful, because the worst case for an SSR is like 4500. Though I've never met anybody that's actually hit it. That you'd have to get astronomically unlucky to go to pity 5 times in a row. Like at that point, I'm pretty sure you should just uninstall. The game actually hates you. Worst case for an SR now is infinity, right? But yeah, it's like I don't feel like that's too bad. Larboard is left, starboard is right. Yes, correct. Basically, chat, if you think about how you normally hear about directions on a ship, you have port and starboard. Starboard's right, port is always on the left, technically. At least that's the way it was referred to, I believe, in British times. Obviously, we were talking about this the other day with one of my friends, but it's like, oh, yeah, port's always on the left, except in every port where it's not. It just depends on how they force you to park the ship. But that used to be the, I guess, like, tradition. So port, at least for like English sailors, I believe replaced larboard, which was the original term. Port is 4 letters like left. Yeah, and if you think about it as well, it's like, think about which one's easier to like say and shout. It's like port or starboard. Well, if you're trying to shout over a storm, right? Like, and you're thinking about like port versus larboard. Larboard and starboard sound very similar. So if you don't hear the original part of it, you're probably like, I heard board. Which one did he say? As opposed to like, if you're trying to shout it out, it's like port would sound distinctly different. So we're still fighting Robot Planet Eater, by the way. Yes. I'm just trying to get this done. Oh. Oh, right. She had the first, like, story interlude one. Okay. Whatever. So the only thing I have to do with her now is bond. I hate how many, like, Bleached Earth completion ones they keep giving, because I just can't do any of them. It's such a waste, because there's just so much free quartz going down the drain because of it. And teapots, too, which would be really nice. Okay, Chad. Let me do 2 more things here. Since I need to do my daily FP pull. Like I said, I'm kind of actually going to sit on FP here a little bit until we get to Gouda Gouda would be a really good one. But I'll probably end up blowing it on the new 3 stars at whatchamacallit, at the October event here, which I actually got to get on making that video too, so it's just never ending. I still have the part 2 start dash guarantee summon because I've not done it. Grailfront? Yeah, we have, I forget what the official name of it is, but the Ptolemy event coming up here. Okay, chat. Do my FP roll over here. Gonna exit LD player there. Of course, Ash would request this. Ash, this is no better than Brittany. All right, there's our daily story roll. We get the Armin. Ash, this is just Brittany for black people. And you know I'm not wrong. And isn't sure if you're gonna go if you're getting back to Omega today. Oh no, I'm definitely going. We're going right here, chat. I just needed to deal with things. So it is what it is. But yeah, let's go die to a boss that has no business being as hard as he is. But that is Omega in a nutshell. So apparently this Monster Hunter update broke modding, which is kind of wild. Pun intended. We have not had that yet. In all of the updates that Monster Hunter has done, there has not been one that has broken the modding for me. But this one is not the case. Oh yeah, chat. I actually took the snippet before. This is the girl from Parasite Mutant. Like I said, it's Lartoria. How wild? It's pretty wild. Archery at home? Yes. You know I'm not wrong, Ash.
You know you're wrong for that, right?
You know I'm not wrong.
You know you're wrong for that.
I'm not wrong.
You're so wrong. It's not Sean Paul, and you know that.
I'm just saying, he's basically Brittany.
No, he's not.
Ash, are you being toxic?
No.
Yeah, Ash, are you being toxic?
Reference, but no.
To be fair, he did start it, but I definitely continued it. Chat, do you guys like my MHX glamour? If it'll ever connect to the server.
We can see it behind your head.
You can see me behind my head. You're behind my head?
We can see your character behind your head.
Yeah. That's what I was asking. Dad, your cat is on fire, so is my mount. They're both on fire. Wait, I got login bonus again? I literally just logged in earlier.
Reset is like at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock?
Oh,
or
that's
8 o'clock
right.
or 9 o'clock your time?
Okay.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. our time.
Okay, can I... So... I have to be the one to start it, don't I?
I think any of us can start it, but we just need to be present for credit.
Look, I'm just going back to the Grand Hub. Someone invite me to a link
I
party.
need to make armor spheres to level up my armor.
FGO sync? Wait, what do you mean?
I'll get ready too.
Because I'm cooking with a new tank build that I saw.
Ernie, I don't think I have you on the...
Ash, I already have.
That's because I disconnected.
Ah.
Well, I've invited people. No,
Oh, you already invited us.
I can't invite you. I have burning.
Oh, you have
Yeah,
Ernie.
Invitation list. I have 2 invitations. Who's next accepting?
Joining
Big.
Okay. But I feel like Maximum Chaos would be picking Ashes.
What do you mean by that?
Just that it would split the party.
Listen. I don't
You're not
like
wrong.
chaos, okay?
Look, no, he would say this if it was like burning, having 2 people. Basically, it would just be 2. We would have 2 people in 2 squads.
Wait, you can select up to 3 different quest completion animations to prioritize?
Yeah,
Yes.
they just they're trying to sell special ones on the thing. Like,
Oh, god
I'm happy to help
Capcom,
anytime.
come on, people. Like, you already make plenty of money off this shit.
like
put in-
Darty
put
was
in more
Darty
outfits.
gave me the. Darty said was like, send me gemmas is like more. I'm considering it. Then had the gif of them going into the cleavage. Just like it's not.
Wait, it goes into the cleavage.
Oh,
I don't know. But the preview has Gemma bending forward.
Nice.
Ash, I can't join you. I can't invite you.
already here.
Not inviting.
Oh, it's kind of laggy because I have OBS open. I was like, why does it feel like it's not good here? There we go. There we go. That feels better.
I don't know why that is.
Listen, I'm gonna flute and dootin' at you.
I don't even know how to do things.
I do. I'm a dootin' tootin'
Party.
son of a gun.
Can't invite you.
I'm trying to figure it out right now.
Also, Bob, I figured out something about the cone growth that he does when he rotates. He only does like leeway to after dodge words.
Okay, chat. So we already attempted Omega once. Apparently, everybody else in here has attempted it multiple times, but I've only attempted it the one time. But the basic premise is you actually need somebody to kind of like tank him. So Burning is going to be fulfilling that role for us, and then inevitably someone is going to steal aggro from Burning because that's just the way this is going to go, and then we'll all die. Any questions?
Yes. You
Oh,
are a.
good.
What kind of support are you? Are you a
Uh,
bard?
I'm a Das Flutenduden.
Send
So
it again,
bard.
Bob.
A bard.
Yeah, he's a bard. Send it again, Bob.
Burke.
That's right.
Wait, why did Bob change Bob's glamour?
Because I want to be shiny.
Does he not look better this way?
Why would I be me when I could be shiny?
I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky.
I should send it again. Gotta go to your.
Ash accepted.
You know what? It's fitting. It's Final Fantasy, and I have an Oron.
Ash sent me a quest invitation. I'm gonna use a voucher. Don't make this a waste, guys.
Or you can do a
Question here, can you summon Bahamut?
No, but you can summon move.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. In that regard, I feel ripped off because I think the world collab was better. Or was it Rise? Did they do it with both?
Yeah,
It was
no,
World.
where is it? I don't know if you can summon Bahamut with.
there was no Bahamas in the world. This flipping meteor.
Basically, we discovered that this apparently goes way easier if I am on Hunting Horn.
Like everything. Go.
Yep. So technically I'm not on Hunting Horn. I'm technically on my Greatsword build, but it's also the only build I've upgraded. Yeah, I probably gotta sit down with Bob and work on a proper Hunting Horn build for the new gear sets, because I've played since they've come out with more stuff, but I've kind of done like the bare minimum. I have not like sat here and enthusiastically played Wilds since then.
Yeah, with each of the title updates, the increases are not massive, right?
Yeah. Wait, is it Ash that we're waiting on? Ash, you ready?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
So, like, this is technically my best offensive set that I'm currently wearing, and like I said, it is made for Greatsword, but it'll still work here. All of my sets have a Hunting Horn like backup weapon in case shit hits the fan, and that has helped out so much at times. That's why if you're wondering what this weapon is on my back, it is in fact a horn. It does not look like it, but it is.
What you're saying is you keep a horn on your knee, just.
There's talk that Bahamut would come after this.
No, I am dressed.
That'd be great, but
I heard people talking about Bahamut before, like basically when Yoshi P said that he's open to do more collabs with Monster Hunter. People were starting to speculate with Bahamut then, and that was years ago.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't think anyone really anticipated Omega being the collab choice. So in that regard, it's unexpected, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I think also it may be that Monster Hunter can't properly do Bahamut. Wait, is there a
I think
hot
I saw
thing?
it earlier.
There's some in the.
Oh my god, what am I pressing? Sorry, give me 1 second. Really?
And motion again.
Yeah, he nearly got me there.
Someone
Right
tell
off
us
the bat.
something. We're certain to find an opening.
Because he knocked me off my mount with that. What? Stupid fucking mount! No, wait, that's not right. Wait, what? I was behind the leg?
Thanks. That helped.
I was not in range of that laser. What? What? I'm sorry if I die here.
Oh my god, let me have mag, bro, you piece of shit.
It's just, how did, God, there. My fucking, like, quick slot wheel changed off of all of my healing. Okay, God, let me play some fucking songs. Sorry, this is just easily the worst start I've had in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys all got to tack up and you should have Sonic Barrier, but... Putting on Sonic Barrier again. And you guys should all have defense up. No! Please do not stand that far left. Is all I will request. Because that turned him into the corner and gave me no place to escape.
Alright, heal up. He's moving. Sharpen.
Yeah. God, that was just, ugh. I feel like I spent all of that round running around, but I'd rather that happen on that round than any other round.
Let's see if we can bait out the Buster Bone.
Oh, chef's mustard.
I don't like how he loses aggro.
I got his back right wound.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, the bubble's in front of him. Step up if you need it. Oh, wow. No telegraph for that one.
One of you can get the health one. Shield.
I'm not at it. Still there. Oh my god, you piece of garbage. Mega, pick a spot! I think the echo bubble just insta-gibbed all of them.
I got the shield. Now she got mustard.
Oh god, what is that?
Oh,
I do not like this positioning at all. Can we pull him out of the joke?
Yes.
Oh! Uh-oh.
No worries.
Like I said, I did not like that positioning at all.
I think there's a wound, but I can't get to it.
Yeah.
Does the hot
Try to
drink
go.
expire if you die? I can't remember.
No.
Got the wound.
The hands, apparently any damage possible. No, not the hands, the little gremlin things was what I was talking about with the echo bubbles. But it may have gotten the hands, I didn't see. Dude, please! Come on!
Thanks. That helps.
I just got back! This is... We need him not next to the mustard if possible, but... Because it just highly restricts our, movement.
I got either up to or away.
Careful, you do not have defense up right now. What determines when he does the double laser as opposed to the single?
to unit. There's a one on this front,
Oh, we got a break actually.
Hold on, just before you go, make sure you have your fire weapon ready, because this is the part with the air silo.
What's a fire weapon?
You're fine.
We'll let you know.
Just save your if you have burst skills, save them for when the nurse is
I can try to set something like that up. Oh god, not again. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, what? Did he telegraph that at all?
the left side of the screen.
Oh, I did not see that at all. Yeah, when we fought him the last time, I never got to see him do that.
Everybody in the half is going to your right, to your right, to your immediate right.
What is that? Oh. Oh, I'm dead. Oh! Wow. I didn't realize those hands hit that hard. Like, what?
I thought her going out.
Help!
Let me try to get defense up again, just in case anyone's missing. Damn it. Fuck with the notes. God, dude, I'm locked into that. I just cannot get out of the way of the AoE in time if I'm playing.
I have to tank that again.
I'm reapplying Sonic Barrier. What? Really? Since when does falling debris hit the player too?
Alright. You're solo spawning?
Help!
Jesus, dude.
I'm gonna follow.
So what, do we just stay in here?
Yeah, just stay in circle.
Help!
Sharpen, heal.
No time.
So, do I need to know anything about this? It's just more of the same.
His attacks get a little faster. He does 2 of some of the abilities, usually the beam one, and then he'll go into phase 4 when you're in a lower area.
Yes, 2 ones on the combat.
Oh. Did he not drop the mustard there?
I think getting interrupted by words.
Nice. Good to know. God damn it. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I needed that shield. The shield expired. Now it's not working.
Oh, wow. Even if you're underneath it, it still hits you. Unfortunate.
D4. I am gonna go back to that first. Someone else needs to restock too.
But we can't all go back.
Yes, we can.
Can you?
Yes.
It won't reset.
That should be fine. Ish.
He won't
I
make
also
it
don't
up.
remember how to go back.
The map.
If you're on PlayStation controller, hit the middle button, the touch button.
Yeah. Easy.
I'll sit tight here.
Alright, so in this phase, it's a lot more shit. Usually 2 of every attack, assume 2 of everything. And what I said before.
Starboard.
How about?
Coming back. I'll try to get buffs back up.
Pang, Crater, whatever.
Break his legs.
I do want to get him out of this corner though.
Oh no! No! Okay. Yeah, get me hit by one, not the other. If I got hit by both of those, I was probably dead. Thank you. Reapplying everything. 4 seconds. There you go. You guys got all the buffs.
Someone got the
Ancient egg rolls.
I'm chicken tenders.
That was close. I have aggro. Down.
Get him from top.
See if you can take it back. I'll move to the leg.
Yeah. I got that already. I don't know which one it is.
Incoming. God that didn't come at me.
That's life.
There's a wood on his face.
He is last 10%. Reapplying Sonic Barrier. Oh my God. Oh!
Shit, I gotta get out.
I'm stunned! Help! Thank you! I'm right underneath them! No, let me out! No, get me! Oh, no! Oh, rather better to get by one than both.
I just gotta block that out.
Laser, I think. Technically a bad spot for him.
Yes,
We're just not getting any uptime. Oh! Oh my God, how am I not dead? I'm gonna die unless I can time this. Yes! Yes! Oh! Oh! No! No! God! No! Stop! Ah!
Somebody out there, Wait.
You could also slinger that. Does it look like I have anything in my slinger? Ah!
Heal him up, medic. Heal him up, heal him up, heal him up if you can.
Done way too many raids to die to you, you bitch!
Easy powder going out.
That helps.
There's a wood on his front, right?
Thanks. That helps.
I'm out of AoE heals.
I got that girl.
I have a debuff cleanse down in the back. Oh! Fucking A, dude! That was only bad because of the end when he was in the corner. Like, he just started spamming and you only had one direction you could dodge.
Don't forget to carve, cat.
Oh, right, you have to carve.
We don't have chests to loot and roll on.
Fuck!
Oh gosh.
You guys have no idea how close I was to death for a good, like, 2 minutes there.
Yeah, no, I went through like 4 AoE heals trying to chaining these together while avoiding attacks. So.
It was like perfect iframe after perfect iframe. I was like, God, dude, please stop. How many, did we still have a feint left?
We have 2 feints.
Oh, wow, okay. I thought we were worse off than that.
Yeah,
Because
so
we
it's
had
one of
injured
three, which
and
means
one.
we fainted twice with insurance. And it was clearly because we had Yuna and Aaron here.
And let me guess, we have to farm this guy, don't we?
Yes.
We're all in this together.
You need the armor set and then the great sword and then whatever is left behind savage.
They
There's
was.
a great sword.
Gained Final Fantasy XIV Senior Sabotender gesture.
Take to do background guiding light, bearer of light pose.
Yep. Yeah, why aren't we the warrior of light?
Because we don't.
Al,
fit
thank you for the
role.
28. Or sorry, 26. My bad.
It's because we don't have the guidance of light. Can't hear Heidelin.
It's probably a good thing.
Welcome back. That was spectacular beyond words.
Oh, I see. Omega was doing us a solid. Bullshit. You mean Behemoth? Wasn't it Behemoth was the other
You
collab?
don't regret slaying
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's say Bahamut would just kill the entire planet.
Oh yeah, well,
I was gonna say Behemoth, he just does a meteor.
yeah.
Not like we
kills
haven't
the
faced that
meteor.
before.
Just press your jumping mode.
The other funny one is if you go back to base and sit at the if you go back to the camp and you sit at the place where you order food, the AI patch is right there.
Wait, what? In Behemoth?
In Behemoth, he would kill everyone on the map, right?
So if you weren't
Doesn't
on the
matter if
map,
you're in
it
the
didn't
arena.
kill you.
But if you went back to the start the camp
Yeah.
and you ordered a meal,
Thank you for
During the-
agreeing to help
the
us
death
so soon
animation,
after your
you would
long,
survive.
tiring journey here.
That's kind of fucking hilarious.
We couldn't have averted this crisis
That's
without
incredible.
I
you.
don't know that.
The fact the Hunters Guild won't soon forget.
May our paths cross again one day.
God, I love my Palico's voice.
I have a
cat.
Farewell, and thank you again.
3-star tempered Seregios and a 4-star tempered Gravios that has a dissenter. Save that investigation.
I'm dissenting.
Alright. Now let's do it again.
We have
We
an
are
hour to
linked
prog.
together.
We have an hour to prog Savage.
Oh, Savage.
Oh no.
Wait, is there a Savage version of this?
Yes.
Wait, hold. There's an actual harder version of that fight.
Yes.
Why?
Because people complained the game was too easy.
Why do people want to jerk off with sandpaper, man?
It's also like we had base behemoth and then extreme behemoth, which was the harder.
So wait, had everybody else beaten it? Was I the only one that hadn't beaten it?
No,
I
I
hadn't
didn't beat
beaten
it.
it.
Hey, Cad, how are you? I don't know now. I've just heard stunning news. I do kind of want to fight him with Bug Stick because I get the odd feeling like he's actually really easy with Bug Stick. But at the same time, somebody has to flute and doot for you fuckers.
Ooh, that sword looks so sick, dude.
Yeah, let me check out the gear. So we got the armor, right? Which was the
Baleful.
Baleful.
Yeah.
Bale armor.
And then we got Shadowbringer, which is the
Wait, Bale armor?
Yeah, Bale. Like the same Bale.
curse you.
Oh, okay.
man!
It didn't load in all the way at first because I was like, God, that looks ugly. That looks like the original, like, is it Circus Tower armor set?
Oh god, that one.
But it did load in, and I was like, okay, no, never mind. It looks way better.
The color scheme I have makes it look.
Yeah, mine doesn't exactly look great. Wait, so
I
it's
don't like that helmet.
it's Bale armor and what else?
The Shadowbringer greatsword.
When you go to the Great Sword
Oh,
tab, it's going to be
well, wait, what's the Omega set from? Is that from the
You have to be
Savage mode?
Savage for
Oh,
that.
that's from Savage.
Because the Savage gives you a sword and shield and an insect leg.
Oh, so it's the Dark Knight sword is what we get from this.
Yes.
Wait, why is that also not loading? What is wrong with this game? Yeah, there's your weapon chat.
So apparently Dark Side, it lets you counter, sets you to 1, and then gives you massive HP recovery for attacking. It's literally undone. Or what is it? Dark, or not Darkest Night. It's Living Dead. There we go.
Wait, what? So like it revives you?
Well, you get a counter skill on your item bar. And if that counter procs, it sets you to 1 HP, sets your entire HP bar to red health, and gives you massive HP steal for attacking.
Okay.
Same way Living Dead worked in 14.
So wait, is it just the Greatsword is the only other like thing?
I don't know what the armor gives.
is yours anytime.
So the armor gives you a buff called
Die in a fire.
Soul of the Dark Knight. At 2 ranks, it is having recoverable damage increases elemental attack, and some Greatsword level 3 charge slashes are strengthened. At 4 out of 4 for the set bonus, you get the Blackest Night, which allows you to perform the special action, the Blackest Night.
Oh, yeah, that's a Final Fantasy.
Oh, so Blackest Night is the bubble.
Yeah.
Dark Side is the ranged attack that it gets.
And I have no idea how that buff works when you get the counter.
There you go, Bob. God, it's like Ash doesn't even know. He doesn't know how to Sabo Tender.
That's not a Saboteur.
Like he's not ever fought a Cactuar.
Were even cat cards in that fight?
Otherwise, there were clone Cactuars.
Ash just wants to get me DMCA'd. It'll just keep playing the entire thing. Until you're over him and 3 fist spawn inside Uranus. I mean, yeah. Probably. But at least, like, you're constantly spinning, so you might just accidentally, like, auto kill them. Oh. Wait. Oh. Bob, did you try pressing a button?
Yes. It spins in place.
Yes, it does.
You have to hit like B or something to.
Well, if you hit square, you fall down.
Alright, I don't have it.
The pad that does it.
Gonna regret this, but we're doing it. Alright. Cue me up.
Which one?
We're doing Savage, let's go!
You
Just
monsters.
bang my head against the wall.
Hey, it's your idea, Bob.
No. I take no responsibility for Savage.
Do we have bunny ears in Wilds? Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea.
I think so.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. You fell down.
Is that like the timing?
I think this is the closest thing we have to bunny ears.
That's not bunny ears.
It's basically bunny ears.
I guess I can change my glamour for chat. If I can remember how to change my glamour.
Good time.
Let's see, what do we have? We have that. Oh yes, Skadoosh. Blueberry Dora. I forgot about some of these names. Oh yeah. Feels appropriate for cold weather.
Hey, come here! I've gotten enough.
Can you stop squirting each other and invite me to a party? Wait, am I not part of the Link Shell anymore? Or Link Party? Sorry, God.
No, you are.
Am I? I don't see anyone else.
You have to open up the start menu.
Oh, okay. So we're just not queuing?
You haven't been.
But I feel like we need to queue. Because we are running out of time.
Do you actually want to go into Savage?
We're all gonna die anyways.
I don't
Listen, we're not gonna
see
make it
the.
very cool. On the events.
I don't see the normal one though.
It's under the optional, under the double hero bounty quest.
Why is it way over there?
No idea.
It is not Savage.
It is not Savage?
Correct.
Oh well.
But why do we need to farm this?
Because
Because we need 7 of the tickets to make the armor.
Can't you get those in Savage? That's
I
really
think
good.
so, but why? That's just more fails.
Well, because that's the only other way to get the Omega armor, right?
Yeah.
remember, folks, always sharpen your weapon.
Even if your weapon is a hammer.
That's right.
Or a horn.
Don't sharpen your horn.
I don't know,
Just
Cat.
keep polishing.
There are such things as sharp notes.
That's right. Should I play a dull note instead?
Waiting on you, Ed.
Alright, same plan.
We're gonna have to sing the song about chicken tenders and ancient egg rolls again.
What?
You haven't heard the lyrics to this?
Good to have you. Commencing test now. Are you prepared?
Ancient egg roll. I love that undid my defense up because I had to roll out of the note and therefore couldn't branch it. I really fucking hate you right now, Omega! Aggro on someone!
I'm trying.
He's attacking me constantly and I haven't done anything!
Okay, I got it.
Most things you want to say that we don't ever freaking fight until we pay for it.
Okay, now you guys should have your buff. It's one of the most frustrating things about hunting wars is getting your buffs up at the beginning of the fight. Once you do, it's easy. I was right on the edge of that. He's taking off, I think. Yep. Gripping up. What? You can mount him?
Yeah.
He only has 2 spots, right? Okay, getting the one on his back, bringing him down.
Got the one on the front. Yeah, I got aggro. I will knock you the whole time.
You're fine. Position is good.
Just whenever you drop the boulder.
Oh! Dude, that double crisscross is so nasty. Have more buffs, guys. I heard you guys like buffs. Damn it, I fucked that up. What am I playing? Holy shit.
I blocked them. How did... You know what?
Recovery speed up. Oh! Oh, that's a double! Oh, God.
But I can't. Back left.
Yeah. Head up the mustard.
Ah, Jesus. Sorry, I might go down here.
I'm moving him to...
I'm fine. There is healing bubbles in the back if you need them. I'm reapplying the first set of buffs. I like how my character, instead of rolling left, that I would... Wait, guys, what? What? Burning.
I
We
blocked
got hit by the big.
You blocked it right into me, buddy. I was over on the left wall.
Are you alright? Take a second to restock your supplies before coming out. More supplies have been
I thought I was blocking it.
No. It's a wide beam, so it'll kill anybody else that's caught in it.
Oh, I got mustard.
Probably should move him into the other area at this point.
Yeah, I just talked about diagram.
We all go over there, it should be fine.
Okay, I gave you guys defense up again. What? Why are you shooting at me? I just came back. Why are you aggroed on specifically me? Like, actually. This makes 0 sense. Wait, really? Why? I haven't been here. I should have 0 aggro.
Thanks.
Because one thing if he's doing his AoE moves, it's another thing when he's doing his actual targeted moves at me.
Actually, I have to say, you're not the tank, you're not a sacrifice.
Really? He just pulled that fucking wound away. Got it. Yeah, just try to focus on the legs. It's all we really can do. Yeah, I think it's something I will always be frustrated about in a like Monster Hunter setting is how the like enemy has 0 actual aggro table, and it's like, oh, you just got back from dying, I'm gonna punish you. Crow. Oh my god, come on, man. See, I don't like that he goes through this phase of just like spamming abilities where it's like when he sits there you can do stuff against him, But when he just keeps spamming AoEs, you can't do anything to him. Hey, bro, I have to run away. Like, what? What is going on? I have no uptime right now. Hey, dude. I'm literally trying to reapply buffs, and it's just, no, fuck you. Dude.
Oh my God.
He moved the leg out of the way so that I went into that. Okay, you guys should all have attack up now. Sorry about that. Just, he literally stonewalled me for the past, like, 3 minutes. Oh, it's the Nursilla. That's not what I pressed game, but sure. Oh, we got it.
Yes. Somebody wants to drop the bolt on top of him.
Do shock traps work on him?
No.
Actually, no. There's some other back here, bro.
Even as like a stun?
No. Oh, that got him there. That's funny.
Dude was right.
Yeah, you do.
He's got a wound high up on the right leg. I got it. It didn't do anything.
T4, let's go, boys.
I mean, we did get the damage out of it still, but it didn't interrupt, obviously. My problem is he's making my life hell, so I'm not getting to like actually like reapply buffs in enough time to switch to my other
I think it's the freaking macro system. Oh goddamn! I did not want to be there.
Well, he has moments where he basically has no aggro.
Right, because like Bernie needs to get 3 in, and
Yeah.
Woo! Danced out of it and then into it. See, dude, and then mustard? Really? Fuck off! 5 targets in a row! I never had a recovery. Ever.
Thanks, that helps.
Shit's just annoying. Like, it's like, basically, don't ever get hit. If you get hit, you just get compounded.
Starboard.
There's a harder mode than this. I mean, I assume the harder mode mostly just hits harder, but yes.
I went the wrong side.
Careful, no defense up right now.
Yeah, just work because I have 3 stacks of HP down.
Yep. I'm trying. Alright, you got it. Careful, burning's down, so aggro's lost. Yeah, I'm sorry, like...
You got hit midair.
Yeah, it's he hits you once in any of those phases, you die. Because you don't recover. He just will eventually fuck you. You spend all of your time just trying to dodge the incoming hit that will kill you. And eventually it gets you.
Got this.
Yeah, one more.
Fuck on items.
That's just, like, those are the deaths that just feel bad, and they're just frustrating, and they're just aggravating, because you don't feel like you can do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's not just that you got hit, you got, like, ultra hit. It's a long, drawn-out, one-hit kill is what it basically feels like. It is the car crash you see coming a mile away. And at least you died something cool like a rocket punch.
Yeah, there's a reason why I swapped over to... I took off, like, lightning resistance, which for my 11 bolt it was working, but I swapped into Constitution so that, like, I could spam more dodges.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just, like, it was rough there with regards to, like, Ash's death and one of my 2 deaths were just, like, actual bullshit. The other one was technically preventable. I didn't see how Burning died other than just he had a lot of stacks.
So I had 3 HP down stacks, and tanking that beam just does not work.
Well, then don't take the beam.
He has to. He needs to be
Yeah,
healed
yeah.
during it, but we just didn't have a chance to.
Yeah.
Because without guard up, that beam is just impossible to block.
Waiting on you, Bernie.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because, like, if I can get the uptime on my buffs, I could rotate to the healing horn there and we'd be in a lot better shape. He's actually like interrupting my cast. Yeah, I'm not talking like, oh, he targets me. No, like he's perfectly timing it. So it's like sometimes the cadence is fine and I get my buff up time. Other times the cadence is perfectly wrong. And I'm like, please stop. You are completely interrupting me. Like for 2 minutes straight.
Waiting on you, kid.
Yeah, sorry. Now, was that also because you didn't have like a defensive bubble to stand in?
Vega has been charged with slowing the target. Capturing it isn't an option.
Okay, casting the buff. Okay, you guys should have everything.
Once you do that, I'd mount it, so...
Get down, wide.
Yeah?
Regain aggro.
Yep. Actually, because I'm first, I'm gonna have to get the monster ball.
God, left instead of backwards like I intended. Will be in a second. I'm on the healing horn right now. You guys should be safe-ish. I was gonna be really pissed if that rolled me into the edge. Oh no, bop, 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 bop. Gonna back off and switch forward.
What? No game.
That's not what I pressed. Got you. This horn is dumb. I love it. I got the mustard.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. That helps.
Nice try, big boy. Oh, that's a long way away. I'm gonna dodge behind this.
Thanks. That helps. Ken, help.
I got you, Bob.
He's not angry anymore.
For now. Backing into the corner like a little asshat.
Yeah, I know. And I know that the both bomb and actually have two slicing weapons instead of that legs. Don't get that though.
If you need me to, I can go get on the back leg. That's
We want to, we can't attack whenever they're up against the wall like that.
back. Reapplying buff.
I mean, I was fine with it, because kind of learned from my mistake, attacking the back leg first and then having to deal with the front legs at a very crucial point of the fight. Then killing the front legs first in the early phase, back legs in the easier phase in the front.
Yeah, I think so. Wait, really? Oh, it was the laser that got you. And it was right as defense wore off because he interrupted me. You would have had it if he hadn't interrupted me. And the HP penalty.
Oh, yeah, I got tag revenge.
Yep. You're fine. That is actually my offset. What are you? What is that a fucking Sabo tender? Hey, bro. I don't think we're gonna make it. He's gotta go down here. Burn him. I think it's because I was on my shittier horn, but like... Oh, no!
What?
I pressed to mount up, and it fucking just ran me out of the bubble immediately.
Wait, we're fine? We're fine? We're fine? We're fine?
Wait, why are we all back here?
We're fine? The insurance took one of them? We're fine? Keep going?
We're still in the fight. Just Burning and I survived.
Alright, there's no more feints though. We gotta be very careful.
Yeah, I don't see how we do it.
I believe.
I shouldn't have pressed the fucking mount button, but like I also thought it was ending. Okay, I'm playing the buff from mount back here. Okay, you guys got all buff?
We got the bullet.
Sharpen up, heal up.
Going in.
Why were there two on me? What? Wait, starboard?
Yeah, mine's got it wrong. Kind of the bumper.
Watch out for the laser, that's gonna be the problem.
So if I can try for another mount, there we go.
Ah, damn it, dude. That's not your
It's all
fault. We
good.
fucked up long before that. Yeah, I do not like his ability to combo. Like, he's the worst boss I've seen yet for that.
Like, I can understand that shit on Savage, on a more difficult mode, but like...
Maybe, yeah.
Like, maybe a 1-2 or a 2-3, not a 1-2-3, and definitely not a 1-2-3-4 on the basic version.
Yeah, it's like I said, I think, like, we definitely lost a death there for no good reason due to me mounting. Although, did somebody else die with me?
Yeah, Ash died at the same time.
Yeah.
I guess you both, like, were standing just out... at the end of it, you were both standing just outside the bubble.
It wasn't that I was outside the bubble, it was that my mount carried me outside the bubble.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
I remounted that stage too, but I have to... I explicitly wait for the extra long.
Yeah. Well, it was because I was trying to hot swap to the other weapon, basically. And I was just like, oh my god, dude, of course the mount actually is, like, perfectly fast this time.
Yeah, it's like, that's why I do it. It's just like, I know the mount's gonna move me, like, ever so slightly out of the bubble.
Yeah. But it's like, even then, that fight just feels like it just combos you way too hard. Like, the only other fight in the game I think that's that bad is Gormagala. Gormagala also can just combo you, and it's because he's so fast, basically. This one feels similar with the fact that he goes into his AoE mode, and if he hits you with even one thing, you're going to get hit again. And if you get hit in that mode twice, you're dead. Because you never have enough time to stop and do something about it.
I think what I didn't like about it was just, like, how often he resets aggro, like, especially when he changes areas.
Yeah.
And then how difficult it is to just get it back because he's just running around like a chicken with his head cut off.
Yeah, I mean, we also, I think, just got to do better about not getting hit. Like, that's part of the problem there. But it is what it is. It's like, even with the amount of healing I'm pumping, usually because of the way that fight works, because of, like, the 5 mechanics into one, right? Like, even if you get hit, it's like, oh, well, maybe someone else could heal you. It's like, no, they're also busy running for their lives. It's like, nobody can do anything. It is just a damage off run type of scenario.
It's one of those times where it's just like, I stop caring about DPS. I get as far away from the fight to reset myself, right?
It's also pretty bad because the actual AoE bubbles are so large that if you do not immediately react to them, you will not get out of them. So that can work in Final Fantasy where you have perfect control over your character. Doesn't work in Monster Hunter where your character's kind of jank and will stop and change directions on you. So it's like, oh, if your character hesitates at all due to no fault of your own, like, for instance, there's been numerous times where it's like, oh, I need to dodge straight back. No, you dodged left. You get hit. And there's nothing you can do about that. It's just like the camera angle and the way your character's facing at that moment. It didn't dodge the correct direction. And because of that, you get hit and then you get super punished. So it's rough, but I don't know. I think it's doable, but we got to come up with some sort of, like, better solution to it.
Yeah, I hate how those micro movements of his feet just, it's like, oh, you missed your big attack because I moved 5 inches. Damn.
I definitely would like to have in phase 3, I would like the Malbars to, like, actually stun lock the Nacella instead of more DPS check.
So
The what to stun lock?
The Marlboros, the little tentacle dudes.
Yeah, I heard you mention something about that, but I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
So they will use Marlboro Breath and just dump abilities or...
Yeah, I was getting killed by a Savotender during the Nursilla. Like, it was spamming 1,000 needles.
Yeah, Sabotender's gonna 1,000 needles you, and then the Marlboro is gonna be using Stinky Breath, Poison Breath, Stun Breath, and then some other breath, and a quad, like, status effects chain on you, and you just go to sleep.
Well, that's fine, but, I mean, like, Burning's thing they're saying is like, oh, I'd like to do that. Why aren't we doing that?
No, we are. The thing is,
because they aren't behaving properly.
Splash damage.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's actually linger them to get their attention.
Yeah, because me swinging my sword, depending if I'm longsword or greatsword.
Yeah,
Bob
so
swinging.
people have said, like, you can use slingers to, like, shoot the stuff down and everything, and I'm like, I haven't seen any slinger ammo in that fight. Maybe I'm just obtuse and I haven't noticed
there's
it.
some. There's also.
Like, I feel like in the third area there is, but...
There's also some, if you are on your, you know, the hot swap button for your weapon and you're on your secret? I think it's like the right D-pad.
Yeah.
The left D-pad opens up the mission pouch, and that has more healing items and easy sonic pods.
Okay.
And sonic pods will disrupt the missiles, the rocket punches.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was like the problem I kept having to do is I kept having to like time my overhead swing to hit it if I didn't have an echo bubble out.
My default is to run away from them.
The base ammo-less slinger thing should do it. Oh, really?
Yeah, you have a kunai that has infinite ammo.
Oh, the throwing weapon. Yeah, but don't you have to navigate to it?
Well, you navigate to it to equip it, but then it's just equipped to your slinger.
Not even
So you can do it at the start of the fight and not worry about it.
I was gonna say, I think the only time I've ever used these is to kill, like, Vestoids and shit, yeah. God, that is one thing about Monster Hunters, there's just so much depth to this game that, like, the minutia you forget over time if you're not constantly playing.
Yeah. Even if you are constantly playing, if you don't use it, you forget.
Okay, chat. Let's see who all's on. Well, I'm not seeing anyone. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll end it here for tonight. Thank you to everybody that stuck around. Sorry for the malding. It happens. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and end, and I'll be back tomorrow with more recordings. Again, thank you, chat. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Bye, Chad.
Bye, Chad.
Yeah, huh?